Hey, welcome back everyone for some more fun with FIFA 10. It's been a while, but I just wanted to come back to this segment. And this time I'm going to be playing as Leicester City and I'm going to be playing against Sunderland. Now I should say that I beefed up Leicester City quite a bit since the last time I featured them on here. And the big reason why is because of how well they're doing in the Premier League right now. As a matter of fact, they're 7 points clear on top as we see Sunderland here. They tend to play with an attacking formation. They look to attack on the break with the counter-attack. And they possess a strong pressing defensive mentality. But yeah, Leicester is 7 points clear above Tottenham Hotspur, and as I'm checking my team management here right now just to make sure that I have the right formation against Sunderland. And you can see right off the bat there are a lot of new faces on there, but yeah, the Premier League title is pretty much Leicester's to lose right now, so unless something catastrophic happens, they'll be winning their first ever league title. Which I think is pretty exciting because it'd be nice to see someone else win the Premier League other than one of the bigger clubs for once, so. And because of that, I decided to beef up Leicester City a little bit, which I forgot to update the numbers and that, the squad numbers, and so I even put some new faces in the Sunderland, like Jermaine Lenz and Ola Toivonen, and you can see like Merk Schwarzer, and especially Esteban Cambiasso and Gökhan Inler in the midfield for Leicester City. And you can see Mignolet in goal for Sunderland, but another thing to note here is, too, that Jamie Vardy is not in this game, so I decided to put Darius Vassell up front here for Leicester City. And he has a rating of 78, and right off the bat here you can see how efficient of a goal scorer he is, so. But yeah, I decided to really beef up Leicester City because, like I said before, it does look like they're going to be Premier League champions, so. Might as well give them a good squad on here, and as you'll see as I'm playing here, they're just going to get better. Sunderland, on the other hand, they're in the relegation zone right now. It's going to take quite a bit for them to stay up this year. I believe they're 6 or 7 points below the safety point. So, they got a little bit of work to do. So you can see I got caught offside there. Cambiasso trying to pass it to David Newton. You see Larson with the ball for Sunderland, but Mark Albrighton, one of the unsung heroes for Leicester City this season, has been a pretty solid player for them all season long. You see Vassell with another goal there, make it 2-0. But yeah, as you watch Leicester, for those of you that watch the Premier League at all this season, Leicester City plays like a team. There's not really any outstanding players. Well, I guess you could call Jamie Vardy the star of Leicester this season, but everybody plays their role. You could Vardy and Okazaki up front. You have players like Andy King and Mark Albrighton in the midfield, and N'Golo Kante, which isn't in the game either, and of course you get in the defense, you get Wes Morgan, and you get Robert Hughes, and you get Christian Fuchs out on the fullback position, which on here I have him as a left midfielder, but yeah, it's been a complete team effort for Leicester this season in the Premier League, and if there's one team that does deserve to win it, it is definitely them. You see Vassell with a nice pass there to David Nugent. And just like that, it's 4-0 Leicester. It's not even the 15-minute mark yet.
Who'd be a goalkeeper? Nobody on a play like this.
But yeah, it's nice to see at least one of the smaller teams getting in position like Leicester. Wish I could say the same about Newcastle, but they look almost certain to get relegated this season, and I'm mentally preparing myself for that. Which, to be honest with you, I've been pretty much preparing for them to get relegated since they not only failed to beat Sunderland, but they also failed to beat Norwich. And I think those were 2 games that both they had to win in order for them to stay up, and they didn't win either one of those, so. Yeah, I'm almost positive Newcastle United's going to be playing championship football this year. That was not that good of a save, commentator. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I'd like to see if Meunier actually did something there.
O'Shea.
As you can see, Fuchs is my left midfielder here, which I think...
Space ahead of him down that wing.
I gotta think about... No, he is the left back for Leicester because Danny Simpson is the right back, so... I had to think about that for a minute. Vassell trying to get his his fourth goal of the game, which would be fifth goal for Leicester. See, Albrighton there preventing Sunderland from getting any kind of possession going on there.
Rise Vassell.
See Vassell trying to make another pass here, which I don't know why he tried passing all the way back to Cambiasso. See Gokin Inler, the former Napoli player, committing a foul there.
Fine header.
Albrighton passing it to Darius Vassell.
Chance to finish. Vassell. He'll shoot. Keeper barely had to.
Not good enough for him to beat Mignolet, but yeah, it's going to be very weird seeing Leicester City in the Champions League this year because, well, I could go ahead and say that now because I don't see them at the very least, no matter what happens, I see them playing Champions League football. I don't see that changing at all. Especially the way they're playing. But yeah, they're going to be playing against teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona in that next year in the Champions League. Whereas you get someone like me that is a Newcastle fan, we're going to end up seeing them play against teams like Burton Albion and crap like that. So you can see Albrighton getting on the score sheet here. And I do have to say something here also. After this game, I kind of lost, well, I did lose my profile that I had on here where I had over 100 wins in that, and so I am kind of bummed about that. I'm still trying to, I do have another profile set up, but I'm trying to determine whether or not I actually want to do anything in terms of saving my progress in that, because, I mean, I worked over 3 years with that profile and just to lose it. And it's weird because first it said that my memory card didn't read even though it was in my console, and then it said that my memory card was corrupt, which scared me, so I checked all my other games that had saved data on my memory card, and they seem to be okay, but it's just for some reason this game, I'm not sure why, but it made like a hiccup here, so yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure if it's because my PS2 needs cleaned or what, but I have no idea. But as you can see, Vassell with another goal there. See a replay there. And it's 7-0 Leicester, which happens to be a very popular... For those of you that watch this segment at all, there seems to be a very popular scoreline in the first half that every time I play this, so... Of course, David Nugent trying to change that here. With another nice kick there, beating Mignolet in goal. Makes it 8-0.
Well, there's only one player on the pitch capable of doing that, and that's him.
Well, yeah, I believe that's David Nugent's second goal of the game right there. Either his second or his third. I wasn't even paying attention, but... But yeah, I really like how this Leicester City team plays, especially since I beefed them up a little bit. And they look dramatically different since I played against... As a matter of fact, I think... No, I'm positive I played against Leicester when I played as Bournemouth when I did this segment before, so... But yeah, that's the end of the first half, and you can see Nugent, he had a hat-trick. I was mistaken. Nugent has 3 goals, Vassell has 4, and Albrighton has another goal, and you can see I got 91% shot accuracy here, almost 70% possession. Let me just see what my assists look like. 2 assists by Vassell and 1 by Nugent. So, the striking duo of David Nugent and Darius Vassell carrying the attacking load for Leicester. Though I have to say, Albrighton's done a heck of a job so far in this game too. And you can see the second half, as usual, that my opponents start things off here.
Pass was a bit too obvious.
And also, like usual, I begin the second half pretty slow.
He's such an intelligent defender.
Didn't give
reads the game so
Lens
well.
too much of a window there to attack, but
Rise Marcel.
I should say that the second half is kind of boring, so there's not really a whole lot to say here.
Advantage.
See Nugent trying to make something happen here,
Opportunity. Oh,
and he just misses the crossbar there.
Golden one, and he should have taken it.
wasn't far away. Very nearly.
But yeah, I'm
increased
trying
their
to think
lead.
of what also I want to say too. Of course, like I said, not only is Leicester 7 points clear on top, but Sunderland's in danger of getting relegated. Alongside Newcastle, Sunderland and Newcastle, I think are going to get relegated together, and Aston Villa are all but relegated. If they lose this weekend, then they're pretty much done. So, and which is kind of sad if you think about it, because Aston Villa has not missed a Premier League season since the league's inception in 1992. So, if they do end up getting relegated, next year will be the first Premier League system not to feature them.
Got to keep hold of the ball better. This is Marcel.
So there's, if I remember correctly, if my facts are correct, then that means there's only going to be 6 founding teams of Premier League left, which are Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton, Tottenham.
Well, this defender's really poor today, and I don't think the manager...
No, there's 5.
High interception there. He
There will be
read
only
well.
5 of the original teams left.
Referee said play
Of course,
on.
I almost got caught by a handball there. Yeah, I can't think of any other team, but that means there would only be 5 teams that have not been relegated from the Premier League since its inception.
This is a chance.
I'm just trying to think real quick here as I score a goal there.
If this guy was a bank, he would be closed down. The savings he's offering are terrible.
Very difficult for the keeper to get down to those.
Manchester United, Arsenal. Ignacio Scocco coming on for Craig Gardner, but Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton, Tottenham.
Defenders in charge.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be 5. Because I can't think of any other teams that's been in the Premier League every single season.
Thrown it out this time. Nugent. Rise Marcel.
So yeah, a little bit of history can be made if Aston Villa do go down, which, if they lose again, I don't see them running the table or being undefeated, especially the way they're playing. So they're pretty much gonna be going to the championship next year. So
He's in on goal.
of course they may be replaced by another claret and blue team in Burnley, but they're in a little bit of a mini slide right now, even though they've been undefeated since Boxing Day. But yeah, it looks like Burnley might be replacing them, despite them being relegated last season. So. But yeah, the top 3 in the championship right now are Burnley, Brighton, and Middlesbrough. And all 3 of those teams are separated by just 2 points between first place Burnley and third place Brighton. So it's going to be a fight to the finish to see who gets the top 2 automatic promotion spots in the championship. Hull was in the running, but they've been in a bit of a slide too. Last I saw, there was 6 points behind third place Brighton and 7 behind second place Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough has really turned up the style lately, so looks like Hull's going to have to settle for a playoff spot, which is sad because I do like Hull. As a matter of fact, if Newcastle didn't win their game last year and Hull would have beat Manchester United, they would have stayed and Newcastle would have been relegated last season. So I nearly missed the inside far post corner there, but
Really put his foot through that one.
yeah, as a Newcastle fan, I don't see any way they're going to get out of this unless they pull off a Leicester last year. But the way the team is playing, I highly doubt it. Which is really disappointing considering they spent over £80 million in transfers this season. And needless to say, Steve McLaren did not get the job done as Darius Vassell makes it 10-0 here. Just 5th goal of the game, but yeah, McLaren ended up being a real disappointment. I thought for sure he'd do a lot better than what he did, and I think the appointment of Rafa Benitez is a little bit of too little too late, even though he hasn't won a game yet for Newcastle either in 3 games, so. But yeah, I'm not going to criticize Rafa Benitez if they go down just simply because he really hasn't been given the time to really make the team gel and fit into his philosophy. But anyways, there's the end of the game here, and you can see the stats here. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll try to come out with more in this segment. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will be seeing you guys again next time.